Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming the worst books that I read this year. These are books that I either DNF'd or I did finish, but I just really didn't enjoy. As always with this sort of thing, I'm not saying these are bad books. These are just books that I didn't personally enjoy and my reasons why. So we're gonna hop in because I have notes. I have quite the list. Most of these are books I checked out from the library or I've already donated, passed them on to someone who would hopefully enjoy them. So I'll be popping pictures on screen as we go. A recent thriller I read is called No One Needs to Know by Lindsay Cameron. This was actually my most anticipated summer releases. I was so excited. I'll link that video above if you want to check out the other ones. But basically this is supposed to be like kind of a rich people drama, Gossip Girl. Like there's this forum online where people share anonymous secrets in this very like exclusive neighborhood. So they talk about affairs and cheating, financial secrets, all these sorts of things, and then it's like hacked into. And so you're following all these different perspectives. But I ended up DNFing this book because basically about halfway through, even though I enjoyed quite a few of the characters' perspectives that I was following, it felt like the author was kind of mixing up some of the details. Like it didn't seem like there was consistency with the story, and then I was also like, the plot hasn't even started. Like it felt like and everything that had come out so far that was like a secret I had already predicted, so it didn't feel very exciting. I was really looking for drama with this kind of a thriller, and it just didn't really deliver for me on that end, unfortunately. The next one is, I actually have two by Alice Feeney, and I actually really love all of her other books I've read, but the first one was Good Bad Girl by Alice Feeney. This is one that came out this year. Now I still gave this like a 3 stars, but it was so disappointing to me. I was so excited for this. It basically involves following multiple mothers' perspectives. There's like a nursing home, there's like a missing child who's stolen at birth. Lots of exciting elements. It sounded right up my alley, but I didn't care about any of the characters, and I didn't feel like any of the twists were that good. I just was kind of underwhelmed. Honestly, if it had been from a different author, I probably would have rated it a little bit higher, but because it was Alice Feeney and I'm such a fan of her work otherwise, I was kind of disappointed. The other one by her that like I said, you know, some of these books you may enjoy, but please, if you're going to read this one, please look up trigger warnings because I'm still like trying to bleach some of this out of my mind. And that is I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney. This one has the most disgusting plot twist ever. Did the plot twist, you know, shock me? Yes, it did. But was it like good? No, it was absolutely so disgusting, and I wish I could like burn that from my memory because it was just like, no, we don't go there. That's too much, too far. Like, it was too much for me personally. Yeah, so I'm not gonna give away what it was in case you still want to read it, but just keep in mind. Otherwise, I liked it. I thought it was really fun. We were following around like this actress, and she gets like this like person who's claiming they know who she is, and like her husband disappears, and it's really fun otherwise, but the ending completely just ruined it for me. I was so disgusted. A couple of cozy mysteries that I didn't love. One was Puzzled Pieces by Katie Grogowski, and this was actually sent to me, and I so appreciate them sending it to me, but I really didn't like this, and this was very clearly advertised as a cozy mystery. Like everywhere you look, it's advertised as a cozy mystery, but there was a lot of graphic romantic scenes, like one scene where a character's in a hot tub and her boyfriend is very much feeling her up, and it's very like, I mean, it's pretty graphic. Like I was like, okay. I was pretty surprised because it is a cozy mystery. It's advertised as such, and that's definitely, you know, I know there's some leeway with different definitions of cozies. Like for some people don't think that you can have a cozy mystery that has like a private investigator as a sleuth. They might think it has to be like an amateur sleuth, and I personally enjoy some where there's private investigators as sleuths, but I think a hard and fast rule that we all agree on with cozy mysteries is that there's nothing really graphic, whether that's violence or romance. Like it's a very, I don't want to use the word clean, but it's, you know, it's like toned down, it's more PG-13, we're not going R basically. And this one was graphic, so I was like, okay. I also found the characters to be really annoying, and just the way they were written was, I just didn't enjoy the writing style. It wasn't for me personally. Another one that just didn't do it for me was Scoop to Kill. I actually did this ice cream themed cozy mystery reading blog over the summer. I'll link it above if you want to check it out because it was just a really fun time, and I liked the other books in that blog a lot if I'm remembering correctly. But Scoop to Kill I ended up DNFing. It was unfortunately just, it was just very bland. Like, I just did not care very much. The main character has like an ice cream shop. She's in her 30s, but her niece works with her, and her niece is like in her first year or so of college. There's a murder on campus. Her niece is so much more mature than her, and she's like in her mid to late 30s, and I found her so like the most immature, like kind of caricature. Like, she felt like a high school drama queen basically, and it like to such an extent that I was just getting so annoyed, and I couldn't do it, so I ended up DNFing it for that reason. One that I was pretty disappointed, this was my first Andrea Bartz, and I read The Spare Room because that came out this summer. I heard a lot of good things about this author, and wow, this one was very graphic. It really felt like it was more of a like trying to be like a steamy romance novel with like suspense and like a thriller kind of in there, versus it was an actual thriller. Because the premise is that you have this woman, she's having issues with her, sort of like her boyfriend or fiance. She needs to move out, but it's like during that time where everyone was like in isolation. She's got this wealthy friend she recently connected with, and she invites her to stay with them, her and her husband. They're both fabulously wealthy, they write like romance novels, and she moves in, but she finds out that there was a woman there before her that seems to kind of disappeared under mysterious circumstances, but then she ends up getting into a relationship with the couple, and it's really graphic, and I feel like, I don't know, I thought it was very, I feel like it could have been a different genre, basically. I don't know if it was really a thriller for me. It was definitely like, okay. And I ended up actually skipping to the end because I wanted to know what the mystery was with the missing woman, and I just thought it was the most ridiculous ending, so I'm glad I didn't finish it because it just wasn't for me on multiple levels. But that was just kind of my first exposure to that author. If you have one that you really love from her, let me know. I'd love to maybe try another book from her, but that one just wasn't for me. A book I was so disappointed in was Play the Fool by Lena Chern. I had been looking forward to this because it seemed to be like a cozy mystery with like a tarot card reader as the main character, and it seemed like it was a little darker but still cozy mystery, and it takes place at a mall, and she basically sees on somebody's phone like a dead person, like someone who's been murdered, and she's like, no, wait, what? Like, and she's starting to doubt herself, and she starts to dig into it, and I just, several things. One, I didn't think this classified as a cozy mystery. Maybe I got that, you know, misconstrued or something, but it definitely was a lot more graphic, not great in that regards. But then the main character was just really bland. I really found her really tiresome to follow around. I felt like a lot of it was pretty predictable. I just was like, it just felt very tired, and I was so disappointed. I thought it looked really cool, and it didn't deliver for me personally. The Last Party by Claire McIntosh. So this is a thriller. It has like a detective. You're following two different perspectives, at least as far as I got into it. I did end up DNFing, and I found both characters to be so boring. Like, I had no interest in the mystery, I had no interest in the characters, and then one of them, Luke, who we're following, he's supposed to have like this interesting backstory, and the author kept dropping hints about it throughout the book, but even when parts of his backstory had finally come out, I was like, oh, that's it. Like, it just didn't feel that exciting with all the foreshadowing and like suspense and build-up, and then when it delivered, I was kind of like, okay, like, that didn't seem like that dramatic. Like, it didn't really live up to the suspense for me, so I ended up DNFing that one. Another one was Checked Out for Murder by Alison Brooke. Now, I actually really like the Haunted Library mystery series. It takes place with main character Carrie. She works in this library. There's a ghost that only she can really see, Evelyn, who's really cool. I recommend the series otherwise, but this one book, I just was so bored with the mystery. I couldn't get into it for one reason or another. The other books in the series had really grabbed me. I really liked it. I thought it had just a touch of supernatural. I liked the library setting. I liked the mysteries. There's a lot of like heists in this series, which I really enjoy. That's one of my favorite types of like crime, I guess, to explore in mystery novels, but this one I was just bored silly. I really didn't care for it. I didn't get into the plot. I found myself dreading reading it, so I ended up putting it aside. Don't really have more of a specific reason than that. This one just didn't hit me in the right way. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you like cozy vlogs like this. If you like reading mysteries and thrillers, you're gonna love this channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!